Alright, so I've been thinking about an intro for this best of 3 series, but I think the best to describe this series is 3 words. Protoss versus Protoss. Welcome back to Spectrum Series Season 2. We're closing in towards the end, and I promise juicier and juicier replays. I'm trying to deliver. Hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And let's start this series with a juicy proxy on Inside and Out. The 2 players are going to be, first of all, in the bottom left side, representing Blazer, it's Ziomek. And his opponent, the one who's going to deliver this proxy, it's the GDAT representative, it's AZTEX in the teal. His signature teal color during his signature 2-gate proxy opener, and pretty much every PvP, I think. I might be mistaken, but that's just signature, AZTEX's signature play. And Ziomek is going to scout that there's no gateways in the main, at least not on this side. No gateways at the ramp, and he's going to pull a probe to the low ground. He's gonna get another gateway, and let's see if he's going to wall. Ooh, okay. So I was thinking about a normal wall, you know, like 1-gap wall, but this is a full wall actually, so probably this is the better one. And I believe AZTEX is going to go for that Cybercore, as he usually does. There we go, that's the Cybercore, and we have the 2 Zealots being chrono boosted. And those 2 Zealots, there's no Zealot on the side of Ziomek, and let's see if this is going to cost him. His greed might cost him a tad bit. Let's see if that's the case. 2 Zealots are already out, and extra 2 Zealots are going to be worked in from those gateways, and probably after that we're going to go into some range units. I would say stalkers, so you can just take down the pylon inside the wall, maybe target the shield battery, something like that. And these 2 Zealots are going to do a lot of damage. No warp gate started as of now. I guess that's the better call here. Oh, and 2 Adepts actually. Okay, 2 Adepts are being started here. Oh, a nice rewall on the side of Ziomek here. Let's see if this is going to be enough or not. I'm guessing that... Ooh, okay. The wall is broken. And now AZTEX is going for that shield battery. The 2 Adepts just finished, and now 2 Stalkers. Okay, so following up with units 7 and 8. Oh my goodness! Oh, I didn't see that! I thought it's a full wall! Hold on a second, I wasn't paying attention to the wall. Ziomek tried to re-wall that that with a pylon, but didn't pay attention to the left side of that little wall. Sorry, that gap. And we already have a decent start for this series. The 2 extra Stalkers are going to come into play right now, and Adepts are going to shade. Doesn't manage to shade. It's going to shade one of them, and AZTEX is planning to expand, I think. Oh, he will not. Oh, he doesn't manage to get that Adept, and those 2 Stalkers are wasting a lot of time. 1 gateway. Oh, the Stalker barely comes out. Okay, I already love this series. I actually love it. I'm not sure how these 2 players felt. I guess Ziomek was frustrated that probably 1000 MMR lower player is on the brink of defeating him, or putting this much pressure. But you gotta consider that AZTEX is pretty much a PvP enjoyer, I would say. If you guys remember, while the Cybercore is being assaulted and nothing else is going on, I had the very first series on my casting channel, this very channel, between AZTEX and Azura. It was pretty much the same setup, except the map was Glittering Ashes, if I recall correctly. It was a best of 3 as well. And AZTEX opened with the same exact proxy build, so that's why I'm saying it's kind of like textbook AZTEX. And now he's got the Cybercore, and Ziomek is in a lot of trouble. He's going for a Robobait and start remaking that Cybercore. And AZTEX is already having out an immortal, so that's an advantage, and also has that expansion while Ziomek has no expansion yet whatsoever. That means AZTEX is going to be in a huge advantage, if, in my opinion. That's just the feeling here. So we have like 2 zealots here. I guess that's the only thing that could be warped in. And Warbeat finishes on the side of AZTEX as well. Oh, nicely denying this scout here on the side of Ziomek. And Ziomek has no idea. He sees the Cyber Core, and that's pretty much it. He saw the Warping in Nexus, and now he's going to deal with this proxy at this location. It's not going to matter too much. AZTEX starts those 2 extra gateways a tad bit late, in my opinion. If he would expect the 2 gateways going down, we should have an extra 2, but who am I to judge? There's 2 there's 2 immortals packed into a warpism. That means we have a lot of potential micro here. Of course, AZTEX cannot really warp in any units at this point. And he has a lot of gas. He mined a lot of gas, so I wouldn't even mind just pulling out of gas at this point. Actually, well, depends what the follow-up is going to be, as these 2 immortals are going to get out of that warpism and start hitting this pylon. Oh, but the shield battery is actually helping out. Oh, the battery overcharge is going to save the pylon, I think. Is it enough? No, it's not enough for those 2 immortals. Maybe a second later would be devastating for Ziomek, because that pylon would go down otherwise. This pylon just barely surviving on 40 HP, literally like 1 shot away, 2 or 3 times in a row. And AZTEX has 4 gates right now, while Ziomek has only 2. Both players have the Brobo, but oh, Ziomek is also going for the Twilight. Do we have a Twilight on the side of AZTEX? Nope, not yet. Oh, just starting it as we speak. Okay, he's reading our minds. Guys, this is another skill level, a layer of skill. Oh, hold that thought, we're gonna get back to it as Ziomek's adepts are going in to strike a bit of damage on AZTEX's probes. It's gonna take out a couple of gas probes. I was talking about maybe pulling out of gas while Ziomek will do the trick for AZTEX, as AZTEX is trying to well, I'm not sure if he's going to warp in any zealots or anything. We'll see about that. So yeah, the thing I was talking about, it's the skill that people already read our minds, even if they are in the replay, even the game was done. I'm not trying to say that maybe it's vice versa. I'm saying that they did what it's needed at the right time. So they have really good instincts. This is another set of skills that I wish I could possess. Okay, where's the 2 adepts? Okay, 2 adepts warping in, sorry, finishing the shade at the back of the natural. Oh, AZTEX saving those probes. And now 2 adepts of Ziomek are also going into the back of AZTEX's natural. And oh my goodness, it's 10 probes already going down. 11. Ooh, maybe even more. 12, 13, 14. Nope, no 14th probe. But let me just see, where's that warpism with... Oh, there's a warpism with the 2 adepts. And these 2 immortals are still alive. No blink finished on either side. Ziomek's blink is a bit closer to finishing. And now, ooh, nice pickup there. Ziomek cannot really blink under that warpism to snipe it. If that would happen, that would be devastation for AZTEX. Also, I hope I didn't curse AZTEX here. The caster curse is gonna lose. Let's make a bet. Pause the video and let's bet if AZTEX is gonna lose these immortals due to greed, because they're in the red pretty much, or in the orange at least. Or is he going to lose the warpism, and thus lose the immortals? I'm really curious if this is gonna get punished. Ooh, puts out the 2 extra immortals here. The 2 immortals, I'm sorry. Why am I talking about extra immortals? There's an extra immortal here at the front line. Nice force field on the side of Ziomek. And oh, AZTEX is also having a couple of force fields trying to bomb these these sentries ahead. And these sentries are going to go down. And a couple of zealots are being warped in as we are having a multi-pronged attack here. Oh, that extractor got it killed. The third base is cancelled. And the third base of AZTEX just started. So there's an advantage there. We have all the army of Ziomek going back and trying to deal with this. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, barely. Oh, will he manage to save it? Oh, gets the War Prism. And the Immortals. Oh, the Immortals cannot really survive without that War Prism, of course. And Ziomek's Adepts in that War Prism. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. There's a force field at the ramp. I think he took out an Immortal. I don't see the Immortal of Ziomek. So that means AZTEX dealt with it, and now AZTEX is trying to kite backwards. Nice blink to get that Stalker out of the danger of the Zealots. And now he's going to take out another Stalker. Loses a Sentry, which is kind of important. That's a lot of gas lost there. But the Immortal is still alive, and that's the most important unit right now in the army of AZTEX. It's pretty much the hero unit here, so he needs to be careful about it. He has 2 Immortals out on the map. One of them is not close. It's a bit further back, but he's going to take out this gateway. That is actually big. Another 150 mirrors of Ziomek is also going to be wasted. And now Ziomek is actually trying to deal a couple of with a couple of probes, deal a bit of damage on the side of AZTEX. A recall is in place. Three Stalkers with Blink, of course. Let's remind the viewers of both players having Blink, and both players going for the Dark Shrine almost instantly. Ladies and gentlemen, these players have really good instincts. They really know the phases of this PvP. And of course, the Dark Templars are actually something that can deal a lot of damage and counterattacks and all that. And I love this play here. AZTEX is going to warp in 2 more Stalkers and has these 2 Immortals with the fresh Warpism that he had. And there's a lot of Stalkers, but there's no Sentry. I think if there was a Sentry and he would force field the ramp, that would make it a really big difference. Of course, the Stalkers will be able to blink on top of it, and let's see if this is going to be the case. The 2 Immortals are really exposed for the probes, and he's going to manage. Oh my goodness, the blink on top of the War Prism. He's going to snipe the 2 Immortals in it. This wasn't even in my option list. Of course, that was a second War Prism with 2 fresh Immortals, but that was one way that I didn't expect he's going to lose. Pretty unlucky to lose those 2 Immortals that way. That actually, even though it's a huge loss in terms of army and value, like army value, it's even a bigger loss mentally, I would say. I mean, that would actually just crush me pretty much. I would like probably smash the table or something if this was so intense and I knew that this is a tournament. You really don't want to lose this way. Oh, hold on a second. A couple of DTs just went into each base and already massacred a lot of probes. 22 probes went down in each base. The probes are in the center of the map, and now AZTEX managed to squeeze out before this DT, squeeze out an observer before these DTs actually dealt with the pylon. And now Ziomek is actually marching across the map. Let's try not to lose these plays here. I'm trying to see where the DTs of AZTEX. Oh, the DTs of AZTEX are also in the natural and the main of Ziomek. They are crushing a lot of stuff here, and they're trying to go for a couple of units and probes as well. 35 probes going down on the side of AZTEX, but still in the worker lead. And I think Ziomek, he needs to do something here, but GG is called. AZTEX takes game number 1. What an epic play. What an epic ending here. Wow, that was insane. 33 to 9 workers and 60 army supply to the 32 of Ziomek. Ziomek taps out as he sees there's no way back into this game. Let's go on to game number 2. Okay, back with game number 2 on Data C, and this time I don't see any shenanigans right in the beginning, but in the bottom left side we have the winner of last game, of game number 1 on Inside and Out. Trying to take this series 2-0 would be a huge upset. This is going to be the Teal Protoss representing team GDA. It's AZTEX. And his opponent trying to bounce back after a nail-biting loss. It's going to be for Team Blazer. It's Ziomek in the blue. Okay. Another 1-gate expand on the side of Ziomek, as we have a potential 2-gate on the side of AZTEX. And I love the pylon positioning. So if people don't know, this is a really safe way to open in PvP, because you can make a wall that has the very first structure at the edge of the ramp, which means you're going to be safe against cannon rushes pretty much all the time. And on the other side, I kind of like and I also dislike this build. First of all, it's kind of annoying when you get oh my goodness. Okay, I was gonna say it's annoying when you get your nexus delayed, but this is like super annoying. Oh, and also gets the cyber core. Okay, so pretty much Ziomek just manages to take already a lead with that extra economy. AZTEX needs to think about a plan on how to deal with this. Okay, Ziomek is probably going to scout. Yep, scouts that the second pylon is still at home. Oh, hold on a second. There's a gas still on the side of AZTEX, so Ziomek has to be happy with 1 gas for now, but also takes a second assimilator at the natural. Not really going to bother with this. Oh, okay. Wait, this is another full wall. Or am I mistaken? I'm sure I'm not mistaken. This is going to be a full wall. That's a full wall on the side of Ziomek. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, 2 adepts are marching across the map, and ooh, we have... I believe this is going to be proxy DTs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this pylon positioning in the bottom right side should be... Oh, okay, hold on a second. This is a Stargate. So this is pretty much just hiding, and it's going to be a really, really nice angle. I believe it's a tad bit closer. Should be a bit closer. So we'll see. We'll see how fast that's going to hit. 2 adepts, of course, enable that Stargate to go down a tad bit faster. Oh, AZTEX sees that it's a full wall. Gonna go up the ramp and is gonna see that there's a stalker already out, and 2 extra stalkers are on the way. This is actually a really nice strategy by Ziomek. Just wall off and avoid all the shenanigans. We have... Okay, spotter pylon. What does AZTEX see? AZTEX doesn't see anything. Shield battery and robo. Of course, this gas doesn't have enough vision, so... Oracle... Okay, that's pretty much expected, I would say. So these 2 attempts cannot really do anything. What will AZTEX's response be? He has 2 stalkers out and gonna have 2 extra more. Or 2 extra rather. It's kind of an oxymoron. Whatever it's called in... I think it's called that in Hungarian, so I'm trying to translate from Hungarian to English and back and then all that stuff, so I'm sorry about that. If I say something weird, yeah, it's my bad. I'm not trying to get excuses, but yeah, just know that since English is not my native language, I sometimes have some grammar issues, and when I try to talk fast, I also mess up quite a bit. Okay, second Oracle is out just to get back into this game, and there's a lot of economy advantage on the side of Ziomek, so AZTEX needs to be impeccable with his double Oracle. This pressure can be done properly if he manages to target fire at the same time. Ooh, nicely done by AZTEX. Super nice micro there. Misses one, but that's not going to be too big of a deal. Oh, he's going to get one more 13 probes. AZTEX is once again in the lead. This is really big. And I'm really curious actually if this is going to be the case with the new patch as well. Remember, sentries have a build time reduction as a buff, as well as a move speed buff. Okay, I don't think AZTEX is going to manage to get too many probes here. Maybe one or two. Oh, the stalkers are in position, but not exactly kind of in position. Oh, gets rid of one of the oracles. Another oracle is going to start as a response, and Blink is halfway done already. Now, one of the gateways is going to be smashed. Let's see if AZTEX is actually going to try to go in. Doesn't manage to go in. These adepts are going to go down for sure. So this pressure is already finished. Oh, there is a stasis ward. Catches a couple of probes. Not the end of the world. One more thing that's going to make these stasis wards less annoying is in the new patch, you can actually click them back to gather after the stasis ward expires. Every non-building command is going to be able to be issued once the stasis is finished. I mean, you can queue that up. That means you can queue that up, so basically you don't have to worry about checking back in when the stasis expires. Oh, and another double oracle set up here, and a couple more probes are gonna go down. Oh, but there's a lot of stalkers here. Uses the blink, shows the blink as well, so that's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass for Ziomek. Part of my French, of course. Third base is on the way for both players, but we have 10 workers advantage for AZTEX. We have an immortal out for Ziomek already, but we have more stalkers, and we have 2 oracles, which can deal pretty well with units if those cannot shoot up, and of course if these stalkers don't actually just snipe them. For now, I think AZTEX has the supreme control on the map. He has no shield battery at the third. Oh, doesn't see Ziomek's observer yet, at least. And now there's a couple of stalkers here. Trying to see what AZTEX sees here. Oh, snipe! Oh my goodness, nice warpism micro on the side. Ziomek pops the shield battery, overcharge, saves the warpism and the immortal this way. Oh my goodness, that was really nice. And now the blink micro starts. AZTEX tries to do his best here, but I think this attack is going to be done for now. Oh, that was so close to get that immortal. One more stalker and that would fall. Oh, but the double oracle goes in and takes down 2 more probes. Oh, one oracle just goes away on 4 HP. 4 freaking HP. Couple more stalkers gather here. We have 5 gates, respectively 4 for Ziomek. He's gonna have a total of 6. And AZTEX is going for both players go for charge. Plusar is going to finish faster for Ziomek in current boosting the upgrade. One more thing as well, Forge upgrades are going to be a bit shorter, so a bit of a time needed. It's going to be shaved off. I think I'm not sure how many seconds, but it's like less than 10 seconds, I believe. So no biggie there, except like, okay, maybe at the Grandmaster level it's going to matter a lot, because hitting a couple of seconds faster is always nice. This oracle regained the shields and could dive into the natural. There's no stalkers in position. The closest stalkers are here on top of the ramp, in between the natural and the main. AZTEX could dive in and just go out towards the left side. And Ziomek tries to move out on the map. Oh, then these 2 armies are going to actually avoid each other. Let's see if AZTEX is 4th. It's definitely going to get cancelled. But let's see if AZTEX can do enough of a damage and who's going to recall and who's going to actually try to keep the pressure up. There's already, oh, there's a nice warp in the main, and the oracles dive onto the natural. There's a couple of probes falling here, and now we have AZTEX just pressuring, but Ziomek is actually always getting the immortal. A couple of zealots are also warped in here. Both players have charge, and this third base might go down. The fourth is already cancelled. Third base is down for Ziomek as well, and AZTEX needs to keep up the pressure, but is he trying to come back? Yep, he's trying to come back here. Ziomek has worker advantage for once in this game, I believe. 29 probes fall on the side of AZTEX. There's a couple more zealots being warped in, and I think he's going to go into the main. Never mind, he's not going to. Oh, this warpism is super low HP. He needs to be careful. He needs to be really, really careful, but I think... I'm not sure if battery overcharge is going to be enough. One more immortal is here. It's going to snipe a couple of archons to snipe the battery. Actually, not the battery. It's going to snipe immortals and these high-tech units, and I think this is going to be pretty much enough for Ziomek to close this game out. But a couple more stalkers are going to march down the ramp on the side of AZTEX, and AZTEX tries to do his damnness. The cannon is helping out, but I don't think this is going to be enough. 7 more probes fall, so more economy damage, or economic damage rather, and actually I think this game is going to be over. GG is called, and Ziomek takes the convincing game here at the end. Looked a bit shaky, but in the end he proves dominance over AZTEX. The last map of this series, the last map of this episode, we have in the top right side the teal Protoss. It's AZTEX. And his opponent in this series for the last time, it's going to be Blazer's Ziomek with the blue probes. Oh, of course, AZTEX representing Team GTA, the GTA multi-gaming. So, I'm curious. Okay, looks like we have a switch up on the side of AZTEX. We have a 1 gate expand on both sides. For now, Ziomek actually opted for 1 gate expand on all 3 maps, and also opted for a full wall. This time around it's going to be interesting because we don't have any shenanigans going on, and it's not going to be 2 gate versus 1 gate expand. Last time Ziomek also got the Nexus down super fast. AZTEX trying to get that gas over there, but Ziomek doesn't really bother. I think he has it on hold position, of course. Okay. All right. So now this mini game begins, where both players try to get down that Nexus. Of course, none of them have money for it, as it usually happens. AZTEX already blocks with a pylon, so there's that. We have a super far away pylon here at the edge of the base, and Ziomek is going to scout that. It's really nice to see that Ziomek is actually scouting each and every corner of the main base of AZTEX. Tries to make sure that there's no extra shenanigans going up against him. So by the way, guys, before this third game I looked Ziomek's MMR up, so I was really curious. I was just curious what this MMR is actually. Ooh, nice snipe on that probe on the side of AZTEX. It's gonna go for that that pylon. It's gonna start attacking it. Ziomek is actually, oh, hold on, Mr. Ziomek, this is not a, this is a full wall. Hello. Okay, so I guess Ziomek's strategy is just to make a full wall in PvP. So yeah, back to that thing with the MMR really fast. Ziomek is 5'6" right now, I think, almost 5'6", couple MMR below. So basically he was 6k at some point, so I remembered correctly. Not sure what happened there, but of course everybody has ups and downs, as the adept of Ziomek just gets in the main base of AZTEX, and now a bit of a lost mining time here because of this adept. It's gonna be a tad bit painful, and Ziomek already has an expansion. AZTEX does not have one. And the Void Ray starts up on the side of AZTEX. This is going to be super interesting how this is going to pan out. A wall with a shield battery is going to be your choice of AZTEX, and now he's trying to just break into the main base of into the natural of Ziomek, but decides to go for the Cyber Core after attacking the gateway a tad bit. And there's an Oracle out already, so Ziomek is going to try and deal some damage. Says you can do damage with Oracles. I can too, buddy. And here it comes. Let's see what is going to be our case. AZTEX spots it, so it knows where it is positioned. Ooh, nicely. Oh, okay. Doesn't manage to get the Oracle. Tries to snipe it with the prismatic alignment, instantly activating it when it gets in range. And Twilight Council is going to be the choice of Ziomek as the next tech path, and tries to get rid of the Stargate so it frees up the wall. Oracle comes back in. Shield battery is going down. Oh, but I'm sure AZTEX would have loved to have that shield battery. This probe wouldn't be lost. Maybe Ziomek can go back in. I don't think he's going to go back in since there's actually there's a single Stalker, so, and a Void Ray. So that's not big of a threat. Now there's two Void Rays. Now it's a bit bigger of a threat. Another probe goes down and another one, so total of 3, as well as an extra 5 before against that adept. Ziomek is in a pretty convincing advantage. He's in the lead in terms of workers. He's in the lead in... Oh, it's not in the lead in terms of army supply. But, of course, that could change as we have a Robo and an extra gateway. So, total of 4 on the way. As well as AZTEX only has 2 gateways. Still has a Stargate. Ziomek got rid of his. But still has the Oracle. So, the Oracle can always put pressure. We could see how AZTEX dealt with multi-prong harassment. Or sorry, Ziomek had to deal with multi-prong harassment in game number 2. Because AZTEX was pressuring him. With basically 2 Oracles, a War Prism in the main, and Stalker Immortal Sentry at the natural. And here's a proxy gateway. Okay. I was gonna say proxy pylon, but I guess I predicted it somehow. In my mind, this was a proxy gateway. I wouldn't have minded if this was a what do you call it? If this was like DTs or something like that. And Ziomek is going to come out and just deal with this right away. AZTEX needs to cancel this gateway. Okay, a bit of a mineral save there. Just saving not a bunch, but 113 minerals. It's definitely, it's looking better than saving nothing. There's 4 Void Rays here, but I'm not sure if this is going to be enough for AZTEX. There's 16 Stalkers on the side of Ziomek and the shield battery overcharge. Oh, and the no GG on the side of AZTEX. Ay, 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 ay. And Ziomek takes a convincing game number 3. And yeah, GG's to Ziomek for taking this this series 2-1. But honestly, in my mind, AZTEX was the real hero here with 500-600 MMR deficiency. He had to show his best form, and I think the first 2 games were his best form. I'm sad that he didn't manage to take this and be the underdog hero. That it could be a great story. But yeah, nonetheless, congrats to Ziomek, and thank you AZTEX for submitting this replay. That's going to be it from myself, and if you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, maybe hit that like button, or if you didn't enjoy it, leave a comment and tell me why. so maybe I can work on it. Criticism is always welcome. And guys, we're almost done with season 2, but be sure to tune in the next couple of days as we have 2 more replays, or 2 more pieces of content rather. Don't want to spoil anything. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Of course, shout out to all of you, especially with CS2 Esports. And if you're interested, I have a gaming channel. I have a Twitch channel. Check them out. Links in the description. Cheers.